Right off at the top of this video about Ignitra weight loss support proprietary formula. It's Ignitra pills. If you're looking around online for Ignitra reviews and complaints, or something like that, and you want to know more about this weight loss product, and you saw a video, I have some information here that I'm going to present to you. I saw this going around in an online ad, I think on social media, and it brought me to getignitra.com. And on that website, getignitra.com, there was a video, and the video it lasted fairly long. I don't know if it was an hour, but it may have been around then, around that duration. And that video makes a bunch of different claims. And I want to walk through some of those claims that I found concerning. My video does not call Ignitra a scam. I won't say that it's legit, anything like that. But what I will tell you are the things that I found that concern me that I wanted to talk you through. And this is something that I think you should watch my video to figure out more about this, because there are some things that maybe you didn't notice that I did. So this product, Ignitra for weight loss, claims on getignitra.com that there's a tasty vanilla latte hack that dissolves 57 pounds of stubborn fat. And the vanilla latte hack is something that is presented throughout the entire video, or at least the early part of the video, claiming there's a vanilla morning hack, a vanilla latte hack, something that they're going to teach you, a recipe, vanilla latte recipe for weight loss. And they're not going to do that. The recipe promises like a classic modern day and classic scam thing that I'm seeing. I'm not saying this product is a scam, but they claim that, there's going to be a recipe and there's no recipe. It's like a hook to get you to watch the whole video. And by the end of the video, you're waiting for the recipe. And what you get is a bottle of pills. And so that to me, I don't really like a whole lot. That's a little bit concerning because you're promising me something and it's like bait and switch, right? I don't like that. But the person in the video says this Spanish grandmother just went viral on TikTok, but the woman they show appears to be AI generated. That concerned me. This user at Maria on TikTok, at Maria is the handle, has a video and they display 1,234 likes, 123 comments, and 12 shares. So fake graphics for a fake TikTok video. I know they may be representing something in a documentary style or whatever. Okay, fine, whatever. There is a TikTok user with that handle at Maria, but it's not the same person. So basically they're pretending this person in the video who may be AI generated, an AI generated woman on a beach is that user, but that is not the same as the TikTok user at Maria, which is concerning. So there's a real person who is tiktok.com/@Maria, but it's not this. And a stock photo is shown for another woman, older in age, named Susan. So it's not a real person. It may be representing someone, but I noticed that. Claims that Susan pays for Ozempic, but Maria eats whatever she wants. The person talking in the video mentions that a Dr. Andreas Ferrer, writing for Science Daily, ScienceDaily.com, wrote, quote, "The land that doesn't need Ozempic," but that person didn't write that because you can't find that on Science Daily. That is an article written for Time.com by a Johan Hari. That is what that is. And Science Daily contains no mention of that article or Dr. Andreas Ferrer, who appears to be a fake name. That's not a surprise to me because I cover these sorts of things all the time. And the land, in the land that doesn't need Ozempic, that land is described as a, quote, tiny Mediterranean paradise where people can eat and drink whatever they want. They talk about the vanilla morning hack again. That's in quotes, vanilla morning hack. And they present it as a drink with ice, some sort of vanilla latte thing. And they keep hinting they're going to teach you how to make it. And they don't do that. So that's not good. They claim it's a banned video. It's not banned. That's another lie. Not good. But again, could be argued this is a documentary style video. Okay, whatever. They claim that Harvard and Yale studied something called metabolic resistance. And that might be true. But Harvard and Yale don't have anything to do with this product. I'm not saying that the video or getignitra.com claims Harvard and Yale has involvement with this product, but the reason it keeps getting mentioned, in my opinion, in the video is because they want to build trust with you, the person watching. And I see that all the time. Harvard, Yale, Johns Hopkins, Oxford, Cambridge, they all talked about weight loss. And look, here are their logos. And here's a drone shot of Harvard flying over Harvard. It's like, but they have nothing to do with it. It's not good. The person in the video says, quote, "All it takes is a tiny tweak to your morning latte routine," unquote, "to drop pounds every week." They claim that Yale, UCLA, Harvard, mentioned as backing the science behind it. No. 96,400 women benefited from the quote vanilla latte hack. No attribution or proof of that. Seems like a made up number in my opinion. They have fake sounding testimonials in the video on getignitra.com with fake TikTok video graphics. Could again be representative of real customers, they might claim. Claims you won't need to worry about heart attacks or diabetes again if you go through with their product. It sounds kind of like miracle promises, and okay. They claim a simple vanilla latte hack, and the host promises to present the recipe in a few minutes. Yeah, and they don't. It's the same with all these videos. They claim, quote, reverses the hidden root cause of stubborn fat. I'm almost done. Thank you for sticking through the video. They claim a leaked call with a whistleblower doctor. That's in quotes, leaked call and then whistleblower doctor who just exposed Big Pharma, but that's made up. It's like fiction. They promise to reveal a, quote, butter test, yes, butter, saying it will, quote, reveal if your number one fat-burning hormone is switched off. And I did not watch till the very end of the video, last like an hour. I watched most of it, but they're not going to reveal a butter test. That's just like, it's a hook to get you to watch the whole video. And even if they do reveal that, you got all the other stuff that I've talked about. The spokesperson claims to be named Mike Harrison. So if you're looking around online for Ignitra reviews and complaints, Ignitra Mike Harrison, or if you're looking around for Mike Harrison, scientist, award-winning scientist, this is a made-up name, looks like a spokesperson. That's my opinion as well. He claims he spent 22 years in biometabolic research field, but you can't find any information about a Mike Harrison who has done that. And if you do find any websites, they maybe were set up by the people trying to promote this product, because I see that with other products. Getignitra.com claims that Ignitra is FDA approved and not an FDA registered facility. Yeah, okay, I took these notes. They claim it's FDA approved. It is not FDA approved. And it doesn't say FDA registered facility. I'm reading off my notes here. It says FDA approved. That's all it says. And that is a lie. Big lie. That's on getignitra.com/start. The getignitra.com website also claims Ignitra, for weight loss, was featured on Fox News, CBS, NBC News, and ABC, and they misleadingly show logos for Harvard, Stanford, Yale, and Columbia, and they only under that later put scientific references with a colon for under that. They don't say anything about the logos for the colleges. They just have the logos there. It's not good. It's concerning. The fake Mike Harrison actor guy claims his wife had weight problems, which is a storyline I see in these videos a lot. Claims that Dr. Andreas Ferrer is a leading scientist and researcher working at one of Europe's top universities. But you can't find any information about this person, of course. Claims that Dr. Andreas Ferrer revealed, quote, the San Sebastian paradox. And it's an interesting sounding thing in quotes that makes the video seem more interesting. That's basically why that's there. And again, Dr. Andreas Ferrer, a leading scientist and researcher who supposedly works at one of Europe's top universities. You won't find this person because it's not a real name from what I found, in my own opinion. And there are AI-generated images of Barbara, the guy's supposed wife, which I think that's supposed to be Mike Harrison's wife. So, I hope that you get something out of my video. This Ignitra product, there are lots of products going around right now with this same sort of storyline where there's a guy talking, he's a spokesperson, and he's like, oh, but my wife, she had this big problem. Oh, she fell in the kitchen, or she got mugged, or whatever the storyline is. I see different storylines happening here in January 2026 for different scam products, all following the same sort of script. The video was banned. Hi, here's my fake name. I live in this nice sounding small town, blah, 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 blah. It was featured with these universities on these networks. And, here's this special doctor I found late one night whenever I was desperate. Same script for all these sorts of things. Not really that, reassuring is the word I'm looking for, I think, right? So I'm not calling Ignitra a scam. I'm not saying that at all. I'm talking to you about the video that I saw and just walking you through some points that I wanted to talk about. Because the video, the marketing it raised some concerns. And I'm someone who is trained. I'm a reporter. I'm a senior reporter for the fact-checking website Snopes.com. My name is Jordan Lyles, and I wanted to walk you through some things that I noticed because I know how to pick up on some of the red flags in some of these videos that have scammy tactics, and so I hope that I helped you. This could come with a money back guarantee. And some people sometimes experience trouble getting their money back with these sorts of products. I'm not saying this product is going to have that, but I'm just mentioning that just to mention it. People sometimes say that it signed them up for a subscription. They didn't know that. I don't know about this product here. I'm talking generally about medicinal products. And some people also say they sometimes get charged more than they thought they were going to get charged, or that there was a problem with receiving shipments. Basically, my recommendation will always be to go see a doctor. Even if you're like, I don't like doctors, I don't like big pharma. Okay. You might even say that big pharma is a scam or whatever. You might say that. And I would say back to you, don't go fall for something online that is not telling you the truth over and over again and pay them money if it doesn't make sense to go do that instead of going to a friend or a family member and saying, hey, who's your doctor? Do you like your doctor? Oh, cool. I haven't heard of that person. Oh, they're here in my town. I'll make an appointment. I know it means you got to go to a doctor's appointment. Maybe you got to go to 2 or 3 of them. And the first one's just an introduction. It takes a long time, but that's much better than whatever else. Just trust me. Please, please trust me. And I received a comment earlier today that someone claimed that I bet that he, meaning me, is with Big Pharma. And I'm just like, come on, like, comment, subscribe. There's a thanks button down below. The join button is really big. Hit join down below. But the biggest one is like. I'd really appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope that I helped you. If I did, let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching.